What's up everyone, it's Chachi Power here with the Rocket Punch Army once again, and today I'm going to do a review of the VF-25F. This is the renewal version. This is a GE-54 of the Chogokin series. This is the Alto Sao Tome Custom, and I'll be showing you guys this. This is a pretty recent release by Bandai from the Macross Frontier series. So I think what most people are wondering is what is the difference between this and the older one, which is this bad boy here. This is the GE-42. Right now you're looking at the back of the box, and here is the front. This is pretty much the same thing. Obviously there's updates. The GE-42 was released back in 2008, and although it was okay, I mean, in my opinion, it wasn't, that bad. But the Gerwalk mode is pretty horrid, and a lot of people are a little bit weird with the proportions. But that's why they came out with the renewal version. So what I'm gonna do is basically, instead of making a crazy review with everything, I'm just really going to show you the comparisons between the two, so you can decide whether or not you should buy the new one. So let's get started with that. First we'll show the box on the original GE-42. You guys pretty much already saw everything, the back, the box, and all that. So let me show you guys the GE-54. So here's the front. It's a little brighter than the other one. A nice white box with some great photography out front. Let's turn this around. Pretty much the same of what you see on the other one in the back. All the little features and gimmicks and stuff, and you'll see right away the Gerwalk mode is much better. The proportions here are also much cooler. We'll definitely put them side by side so you can make the decision as to which one you prefer. So instead of me blabbing, let's just go ahead and open these guys up. Alright guys, so here I got them out of the box. They both do come with styrofoam trays, as you can see here. They're both pretty much the same type of styrofoam tray with all the accessories and everything on the sides. I don't know if it's immediately apparent, but the GE-42 is slightly darker than the GE-54. And same thing on both. The hands here come in baggies. Oh, and the GE-54 comes with this stand here, and the GE-42 comes with no stand. So something to take into consideration. So what I'm going to do now is pull the GE-42 out of the baggie. I'm going to leave the accessories in there till later on, and yeah, so let's check that out. Alright guys, here they are side by side. They look very, very, very similar, but I want to show you a little bit closer. So you can see the differences. There are slight differences. The GE-42 is, according to my eyes, either a different shade of white or just a little darker. You notice this black trim here is gray on this one. The cockpit window is like a blue tinted plastic. This is clear. The GE-42 is slightly, or maybe not. I was thinking it was wider in the back, but it's hard to tell. Let's see. And you'll see the back here where the thrusters form the feet. This is a nice metallic gold, and this is just like a matte, brownish color. So let's look at them underneath. They do have landing gear. The one on the GE-54 actually snaps out and clicks into place. You notice it is slightly longer. Looks a little more accurate than the toy looking landing gear on the older version. You'll also notice the section here where the head is. I don't know if mine's mistransformed, but it seems to have a bigger gap here than the GE-54. I don't think it's transformed wrong since I haven't transformed it yet, but the gap there, no gap there. There's a little amber detail there, and this one has a gray detail on that point there. you'll see the markings here and no markings on this one. And you'll see that this part of the leg, which is also the thruster back there, is pulled out a little bit. This one kind of sinks in. The wingtip lights here are metallic blue and a metallic red on the other side, and on the original it's just a light blue paint, which doesn't look as cool. My GE-42 has these leg panels that just don't seem to clip. There's like a small tab right up here that doesn't really stay in. Seems to be like that on both sides, although this side does stay a little bit better. You'll notice these fins here are smaller than the newer version. See if I can get that in camera view for you. Before we get into Gerwalk mode, I did want to show you the way the wings unfold. This one snaps and stops right there. This pretty much does the same, snaps, but there's a couple of movements, and then there's a third there. So what I'm going to do is get both of these guys in Gerwalk. Through the magic of editing, it'll only take a minute, but for me it'll probably take a couple hours since it will be my first time, so I will be back. Alright guys, and here is my best effort at Gerwalks without going too crazy and spending a lot of time on it, but you'll see this one is, and it looks good in this angle of the camera, but it's slightly awkward. I just don't know how to explain it. Just something about it is just really awkward. It looks weird to me. Now this one, let's just move this out of the way so we can take a closer look at it. Put this bad boy here in the center. Now, if we just take a look, it's supposed to be leaning forward more. I can't really get it to do that, and if I do, it kind of falls forward. But you'll notice the feet just point straight. Like, you can't really do much. You can kind of mess around where it clips here, but really it's just feels a little awkward. Doesn't really want to stand. If any Macross guys out there see what I'm doing wrong, let me know. But you know, I know this figure was never really great at Gerwalk, so we'll move this one. Grab GE-54 next and show you. Alright, here he is. Now this one right away just looks better. The legs are able to, you know, go wider. You know, it just looks really cool, like he's ready for battle. You know, just looks much nicer. And it just looks badass. I mean, really, what more can I say? It just really badass. It stands a lot easier. Doesn't look as weird. You know. Whoa. We got this thing here. And even the default hands that it comes with are nicer than the other one. The other one's just like a karate chop on both, which kind of looks a little strange to me. But this one, right out of the transformation, has these hands here. They kind of look like the fingers can move individually, but they don't. But very nice looking Gerwalk mode. So now that we got that out of the way, we can move on over to the Battroid mode. Alright guys, and here they are in Battroid mode. Right away you will see that the one on the right definitely looks much cooler than the one on the left. Now the original, which is the one on the left, the GE-42, that looked cool to me, but now seeing it compared to that, I can definitely see that that one has better proportions, better design, better everything. Transformation was pretty much the same. In fact, I got through most of the transformation on the newer one, the Renewal, just by transforming this one first. So transformation is pretty similar. I couldn't get the crotch thrust on the GE-42 as good as the one on the new Renewal. But here they are, guys, both of them together. Guys can check it out, see which one looks cooler to you. I think the Renewal is definitely much better. I mean, even just the paint on the feet just really makes a big difference. Let's turn these guys around so you can see them from the back. I mean, just everything is cooler on the newer one. I did mention that there were like little accessories. There's hands and, you know, the guns and whatnot. So I'll show you that. This is the GE-54 gun here, which opens up like this, like a draw, and this is the GE-42, so they're pretty similar. This one seems to have some bit inside moving around. Probably open that up, see what that is. But it's a comparison. They are different molds, different colors. Now the GE-54 does come with these other little bits and pieces. You get a little black hose here for alto, which is off to the side here, which is nicely detailed. Anyway, and then there's another little pilot figure, and you get the knife. Now the GE-42 also comes with a little knife here, but none of the other accessories like the 54. The pilot figure is actually inside. See if we can take a look at that. You'll see him right in there sitting. By the way, the cockpits do open. Forgot to show you guys that. And they also come with alternate hands. These are the alternate hands for the GE-54, which are nicely done. They got a nice red metallic detail on the top. And this is what you get with the 42, which is just plain red detail, and they are nice also. The sculpts are good on both. And in case you're wondering, these are the instruction booklets that come with each figure. Show you the 42 first, which shows a gray prototype inside and some colorful artwork right in the center. And the 54, I believe, doesn't have any artwork in the middle, which is no big deal, but the illustrations are a bit more detailed. So bottom line, guys, all I'm going to say is if you have the 42 and you're happy with it and you don't want to spend extra money, it's cool. It's cool. But if you want the freaking nicest version so far that I've seen, that looks badass posed, just looks really damn good, you want this one. And I think they're the same price. I don't know if this one's been marked down, the older one, since this came out. I mean, if you have to choose one or the other, definitely go for the 54. If you find the 42 cheap, whatever, you know, buy it. No biggie. But that brings us to the end, guys. It's kind of late. I'm going to wrap this up. So, till next time, bye.